AVtv is a product of the AV journalism class produced for the students of Amador Valley High School. The views expressed on the show do not represent the views of AVHS teachers, admin, or PUSD personnel.
Happy Halloween.
Good morning, Dons. Today is Thursday, October 7th, and I'm Matt, and this is Jerry. Also, you may have noticed something a bit different with our setup today. You know, we've got a lot of protocols we have to follow to film AVtv, which is why you've only seen one anchor this year. Well, we found a way around that rule. We'd like to introduce our new co-anchor, Jerry. Due to Jerry's breathing limitations, he's really the only co-host we can have due to our masking requirements, so you'll be seeing him throughout this month's shows. I am noticing that Jerry's not really dressed like an AVtv anchor, so I'll need to take care of that during our next segment. It's the first show of October, and we have lots of stuff planned for this month. Along with some spooky segments, we'll be getting some of our favorites out of the vault this year. After all, this is our favorite month of the year here at AVtv. Let's get on to some announcements this morning. Dons, it's time to mark your calendars. The PSAT is on October 13th, and we will be having an altered schedule. Students who are not taking the PSAT on October 13th will arrive at 12 p.m. and attend lunch, 6th period, and accents. On the following day, October 14th, all students will attend periods 1 through 5. Make sure to mark your calendars. AP registration opens next week on Monday, October 11th at 8 a.m. Students who are currently enrolled in an AP course and plan to take advanced placement exams at Amador Valley in the spring must register for exams by Friday, November 5th at 12 o'clock midnight. There is a two-step process, and both steps must be completed to access the AP classroom resources and to order AP exams. Students will need to register on the College Board website. Students must also pay for the exam on the total registration site. Remember, Dons, AP students who want to take advanced placement exams at Amador Valley must register for exams by Friday, November 5th at 12 o'clock midnight. Okay, let's move on to the new mask mandates at PUSD. I'm sure you've all heard about or read the email with the new mask mandates at PUSD schools. But what do they really mean? Here's Rena to explain.
Dons, new PUSD guidelines say that we no longer have to wear masks outdoors on high school campuses. But while the rule is universal, we have some safety recommendations. If you're alone in a hallway, feel free to take your mask off. If the hallways are super crowded, we recommend you don't. If you're vaccinated and well spaced out, feel free to take your mask off. If you're sitting shoulder to shoulder, we recommend you don't. And remember, Dons, you're still required to wear your masks indoors. This has been Rena Popley with AVtv News.
Many of us wondered if homecoming would really happen. Right, Jerry? But it actually is. Homecoming is next Saturday, October 16th. There's a lot of information you need to know about homecoming, info about skits, homecoming tickets, and the new royalty court. We're going to go to Grace McNeil from AV's leadership class, who has come in to tell us more about it. Let's check this out.
Hey Dons, my name is Grace, and I'm here to share some announcements from AV leadership. Homecoming voting. Dons, you may begin voting for your peers to be nominated for our annual homecoming court. There will be 3 rounds, and the first round ends today at 8 p.m. Now, this year is a little different from past years, so let me explain how it will work. There are 2 courts, the homecoming court and the royalty court. The homecoming court is a grade-level court. You can nominate any 4 students from your grade. There is no king or queen this year, just the 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade homecoming court. Now, there's also a royalty court. Once you finish nominating 4 students from your grade, you can now nominate 4 students from any grade to be elected for the royalty court. The homecoming court will be announced at the homecoming rally next Friday, and royalty court will be announced at the game. To vote for round 1, please go to tinyurl.com/AVHoco court. The results of the first round will be announced tomorrow, Friday, October 8th, in the quad at lunch. Tomorrow, you can start voting for round 2. You can vote until Monday. To vote for round 2, please go to... You can also find this link on the AV alerts that are emailed to you on Friday or on our AVHS Dons Instagram. Now, let's talk about the homecoming dance. Dons, have you gotten your homecoming dance ticket yet? Well, if not, you better hurry. Tickets are selling out fast, and we will sell out. You can purchase your ticket at the activities window before school, during lunch, or after school. Prices are tiered, and this week the prices are as follows: $30 with ASB and $40 without ASB. But next week, if we have tickets left, the prices of the tickets will be $40 with ASB and $50 without ASB. Now, in order to buy a ticket, you must have this white waiver signed with you when you turn in to purchase your ticket. They won't sell you a ticket without the form, so don't even bother waiting in line unless you have it. If you intend to bring a guest who does not attend AV, they must be a student from another PUSD school. You will need a copy of the purple waiver or the guest dance contract in order to purchase your ticket. Next, homecoming skits. Before the homecoming dance, we have homecoming skits. For those of you who haven't had the chance to see skits yet, homecoming skits are 8 to 10 minute short plays that each grade performs revolving around our homecoming theme. Homecoming skits is Thursday, October 14th, which is 1 week from today. Skits will be in the MP, and the first show is at 5:30 and the second show is at 7:30. Leadership will have a table near the library where they will sell tickets at lunch on October 12th through the 14th. Skits will cost $5 with ASB and $10 without. We are so excited to have our homecoming skits back, so make sure you come out and join your class. On to the Spirit Week. Next week is our annual Homecoming Spirit Week. Monday is Music Monday. Wear your favorite band t-shirt to school. Tuesday is College T-shirt Day. Wear any clothing item that reps your favorite college logo. Wednesday is Alternative Backpack Day. Bring your books and something other than a backpack, such as a tote bag, a suitcase, a bucket, or anything else. I'll be honest, this one's my favorite. Thursday is Class Decade Day. Freshmen, dress like you're from the 1920s. Sophomores, you're the 2000s. Juniors, get groovy with your 70s attire. And seniors, bring out the neon because you're dressing like the 80s. And of course, Friday is Dawn Deck Out. Make sure to wear your best AV attire to support our football team at our homecoming game. Last but not least, tomorrow is the Breast Cancer and Pink Out game. Please wear pink to school and to the football game to show your support of fighters and survivors of breast cancer. Thanks, Dons. Have a great day.
In addition to all the info you just received from leadership, we've also got something fun going on for homecoming. Our AV radio team has created something fun for all of us to get into the homecoming spirit. Let's check this out.
Hey Dons, my name is Albertine.
And my name's Path.
And we're your AV Radio Editor-in-Chiefs.
For those of you who are unaware, we run the AV radio station on Spotify. Now, we're usually out recording podcasts and some other things, but today we have some news for y'all.
We're going to be DJing this year's long-awaited homecoming.
Well, not really. What we are going to be doing is having some fun making some homecoming playlists for you to vote on.
Now, everyone knows that the mosh pit is the best part of Hoka.
Again, not really.
Well, we want some help to find some banging music that will get the mosh pits going.
Music that can make your body move on its own. Music that really gives you the goosebumps, and music that motivates you to dance and scream out loud.
Well, it doesn't need to be that. Anyway, we've tried to do something fun. We've recruited 5 people to make homecoming dance playlists, and we're going to have a contest.
We'd like you to check out the playlist on our Spotify at AV Radio and then vote on which one you like the most and think would be the best playlist at this year's homecoming.
Then head over to Amador Valley today and vote for your favorite. This poll is open to everyone.
And there's one more thing I'd like to add. We've recently gotten very positive feedback on the other playlists we've created, so we want to make sure you go to @AV Radio on Spotify and check them out. We've got all types, including ones we've made for teachers and to play during class.
Don't forget to check out the homecoming playlist on AV Radio on Spotify and then go and vote for your favorite. We'll announce the winning playlist next week.
I'm Path.
And I'm Albertine.
AV Radio out.
So Dons, just in case some of you are worried that we broke our COVID protocols and actually had 2 people film without masks in this segment, don't worry. We always follow our protocols and never let 2 people film without masks, even if they are vaccinated. So how do we do it? We used a little AVtv magic, of course. We filmed each person separately using green screens, then did a little magic in the editing lab, and we were done.
Now, many of you may not realize it, but last Saturday was National Custodian and Campus Supervisor Appreciation Day. And at Amador Valley, every person on this campus understands that we would not survive here without the hard work of our custodians and campus supervisors. I mean, Jerry, we have to admit, we're all a messy, tough group, right? I can't imagine what would happen to our campus without the amazing team we have. we wanted to put together a short video to show our campus custodians and campus supervisors how much we appreciate them.
Huge shout out and thank you to the custodians for keeping the campus at Amador beautiful.
We are so thankful to have amazing custodians that keep our campus looking nice, especially everything that's been going on. Thank you from leadership.
I just want to say thank you to all of the custodians who work at the school. I feel that the custodians go unnoticed. They do a lot for the school, pick up trash, clean up bathrooms, etc. And just thank you for helping out the school and for being awesome.
Okay, what I want to say to the custodians is just how grateful we all as a staff and student body are so grateful for you. The school would not run without you when it comes to countless things on a regular basis that they do as support staff for the entire school.
Hi custodians, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I feel like you are incredibly underappreciated here at Amador, and additionally with the new 3-bin system that was implemented 2 years ago, you guys swiftly adapted to it and asked no questions, and honestly I am so grateful for that.
I really appreciate our custodians because they're all really nice, hardworking people, and even just a day without a good custodian, our campus would be overflowing with garbage. And finally, the counselors would like to let you all know that the wellness hours have changed for a bit. The space is open to students from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, but hours vary on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Dons, we have a lot of great sports games coming up this week. On Thursday, we have boys water polo playing Doherty with varsity at 6:30 and JV at 7:30. Girls volleyball is also playing Doherty with frosh off at 4, JV at 5, and varsity at 6. Girls water polo is playing Clayton with JV at 4 and varsity at 6. Girls varsity tennis is playing Crondelet at 4. And finally, on Friday, the football team is going against Monte Vista. The JV game is at 4 and the varsity game is at 7. And now we have this week's photo of the week. Don't forget to submit your best pictures to AVtv at rocketmail.com. We're going to start our Halloween segments by bringing one of our favorite segments out of the vault. This is a segment all about the ghosts here at Amador. Let's check this out.
Back in the mid-1880s, the area that is now Pleasanton was called Alisal, a town nicknamed the most desperate town in the West. It was the haunt and refuge of bandits and desperados in the era following the beginning of the California Gold Rush. Main Street shootouts were not uncommon. Outlaws would often ambush prospectors on their way back from the Gold Rush fields and then seek refuge in Alisal. This was the town that eventually became Pleasanton, California. In 1864, a one-room school was established. Though the school was eventually expanded, education in Pleasanton ended in the 8th grade until March of 1922, when Pleasanton residents voted to establish Amador Valley Joint Union High School. Much of the original Amador Valley High School campus buildings were demolished in 1968, making room to expand the campus, and many of those buildings are still here today, including the haunted D building. This campus does get spooky at night, especially for the people who remain here, alone. No one knows exactly who or what haunts this building, but teachers and custodians have experienced the ghosts that haunt this building over many years here at Amador.
So I'm in the D building, and sometimes when it's really dark and late at night and there's no one else in the building, I will be sitting at my desk working on my computer, and I'll see someone walk past the back door when it's open, and nobody's in the building. I go to investigate, nobody's there. And sometimes I'll even set off the light, because if there's a motion detector, it'll turn on. So obviously no one walked by because the light would have gotten turned on. And it happened a lot. It still happens if I'm here late. And one time during class, a poster, it was a framed poster, was leaning against the wall on top of a cabinet. It fell down, but instead of knocking out everything that was sitting in front of it, it didn't. It kind of leapt over everything to fall, because it would have knocked everything off in front of it, but it didn't. So it was quite creepy. The whole class was a little weirded out that day.
Now, Miss Barnett wasn't the only person to see the ghosts at school. Mr. Hall told us a story too. He said one night he was working really late at school and the head custodian at the time came in and told him that the night custodian refused to ever clean the D building again. When Mr. Hall asked him why, he said it was because the night before, the custodian was standing in the walkway near the C building when he saw a person walk from Mr. Hansen's room into Mr. Hall's room. When he came over to see what the person was doing in the classroom there was no one there. He had just vanished. Well, Dons, there's obviously some really weird stuff going on around here at night when we're all gone. We hope you've enjoyed the Pleasanton's Haunted History series, and we hope you have a happy Halloween. Back to you in the studio.
Well, Dons, that's it for today. Check back in with us next Thursday for more news, announcements, and profiles. Thanks for joining us. And remember, Dons, it's always a beautiful day here at Amador.
Yeah, it's a beautiful